What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. Anderson and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out a WTF Wednesday beer. For those of you who are regulars to the program, you know what this is. For the new folks, WTF Wednesday is the one day a week when we showcase a beer I normally wouldn't drink on the program. Sometimes that means we hit the macros, the big boys like Bud, Miller, and Coors. Sometimes it means we do stuff that's a little off the beaten path from microbreweries. Sometimes we do international stuff. I think my last couple have been foreign beers. Today we coming back to the good old US of A with an Ohio beer, Jalapeño IPA from Masthead Brewing out of Cleveland, Ohio. So before I start, big shout out to John. John hooked me up with a number of beers from Masthead, and this one I've been sitting on. I scoffed the others like greedy monster and drank them quickly. But I figured I'd save this and make a good beer review, and as Anderson was on tour, I saved it till he came back because I'm a sporty dude.
You only saved it because you're not a fan of spicy things and spicy foods. And
that's neither here nor there, but probably accurate. I didn't want to drink a whole jalapeno beer myself. I suffer from something we call weak Irish stomach, which means I don't like anything even remotely spicier than black pepper. So to be fair, the thought of a jalapeno IPA scares the shit out of me. I had ordered one at Finley Brewing. I don't know if I told you this.
No.
I'd ordered a flight from Finley Brewing, and whatever the beer was, the name didn't immediately scream burning hot jalapeno beer. So I bought it, and I went through my, drinking, and I was, okay. And I took a giant sip, and it was just like I was going to die from the heat, dude. And I will say this, it was as it was supposed to be. It's a nice, spicy beer, just not for this Irish boy. It's not for me, dude. I can't mess with spicy things. So...
And it was probably called Habanero Smoker...
Dude,
butts on fire, and you're like, oh, it's not going to be spicy.
Yeah. I learned my lesson years ago in England. I had some curried goat, which was the devil, in a meal.
I can't see you eating goat.
Oh, I was hammered, and my uncle ordered it from a restaurant, and I scoffed it down, and the next day I was like, I'm dying. My intestines are on fire. It was terrible. It was too spicy.
That might have been the goat, not the spices.
Whatever it was, bro. It was too hot for me, man. It was not for me.
Now you have intestinal parasites.
It is what it is. They got to learn to live in this magnificence. It is what it is. They're probably... Listen, the alcohol would have killed them by now. We'll be all right. So, this here is, again, Jalapeño IPA, Masthead Brewing. You've been here before, right?
Yes, I have.
Your hometown. What do you think of it?
I go there now and then. They have delicious, very good pizza. Mm-hmm. I think it's the only thing I've ever got there is pizza. Because the pizza's really, really good. They have a Reuben pizza that's delicious.
Sounds good. So what do we got here? We got a description. It says 6.8% ABV. I couldn't find anything on the IBUs. There's a little blurb here, but it's a little hard for me to see.
It says, we are pleased to present one of our fan favorites, Jalapeno IPA, brewed with fresh jalapenos. The fruity notes from hand-selected American-grown hops pair well with that. Unmistakable aroma and flavor, all backed up with just the right level of spiciness.
So,
as I had pauses in weird places while reading
it works. The critics and fans would seem to agree because it does pretty well. Untapped at a 3.76 with about 7,000 check-ins. Beer Advocate 4.02, although very small sample size, 30 check-ins. And the overall score is an 89, very good. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm fighting back a burp, but I'm now ready.
You'll be fighting back more than that once you taste it.
Oh, Lord. You open this. I don't even want to touch it, so I have to. There are many things I don't care for. Spicy foods are at the top of the list. No, mayonnaise is at the top of the list. Then spicy foods. Then probably limes.
I wonder if anybody's ever made a mayonnaise beer.
You know, all jokes aside, I actually just saw some of the other folks that I follow on YouTube are cocktail makers, not beer reviewers, cocktail reviewers or creators. And somebody had actually done, it was a mayonnaise drink. I can't remember who it was. I remember it was, there's one and-owned bartender. There's Guy Kino who does them. Chappie does a lot of mixed drinks. There's a couple people who do mixed drinks. I don't remember who it was that I saw it, but I saw that mayonnaise drink popped up, and I wanted to vomit just the thought of mayonnaise in anything.
Was it an olive and mayonnaise milkshake?
Oh, dude, deal breaker. Now, listen, not to divert... To go off the road here, did you ever see, I was watching some program about Jell-O. Did you ever see this stuff back in the 50s? They would make this like mayonnaise Jell-O crap with all kinds of vegetables in it, and cats would eat this?
No.
Shit, that's a struggle meal, dude. I would just have
No.
nothing. I'd have an air sandwich before I ate that thing, bro.
Air sandwich.
It looked repulsive. Check it out. There's some YouTube videos on that too. Repugnant. I think it was like foods people ate during the Second World War, to not die or something.
Sounds like some made up nonsense to me.
It was, yes. Big Mayo pushing their bullshit on us. We know what's happening here. All right. You ready for this thing? Let's hit our color first.
It's pretty clear.
It is. It's a tiny bit of haze, though. A little bit. You can see the carbonation. As far as colors, SRM chart, 2 or 3-ish.
It's up there in like the 2 or 3s, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pale straw color. You can see some very fine bubbles going in there. Carbonation's very delicate. As far as the head, again, before we were yapping, probably had about a finger's worth when we first poured it. Seems to have dissipated.
Nice bright white.
Yeah, looks nice. Let's
It
smell this.
Soapy, kind of dissipates quickly when you roll it around the glass. It smells like a toasted jalapeno.
Really? It's funny. I feel like I'm picking up like some tropical fruit notes on there as well.
Well, I hope it tastes like tropical fruit to you.
I mean, you smell the jalapenos. You smell a bit of spice, but I think you pick up some tropical fruit kind of things too.
It just straight up smells like a toasted jalapeno to me.
Ah, Jesus. Can you bow out of your own beer video? Is that allowed?
No.
All right.
You're making a bigger deal out of it than what it is. It's just a beer.
Yeah.
Your chiladas and clamatos and whatnot were much worse than this beer will ever be.
Fuck it. Let's do it. To our enemies' enemies, our friends. Cheers. Medium light bodied.
So is it too spicy for you?
No. You pick up the spice throughout, but it's not overpowering.
No, it's very well balanced.
Now, I think when you drink it, you do pick it up at the end. And now, here's the thing. I don't think this is too spicy, but I do think it's too spicy for me.
But it's not what you expected it to be.
No, it's not. I thought it was just going to be me getting assaulted by jalapenos. You know what I mean?
It's very well balanced throughout. You can taste the jalapeno, the toasted kind of jalapeno.
Yeah. This dude is jalapeno, my brother. There's an enye on there, bro. It's not just
Jalapeño.
this guy. He's going Napoleon Dynamite on us. Getting phone calls here now from Lima, Ohio. Who would this be?
From your iPhone.
At this hour. Whoever it is, we in the middle of a video. My apologies.
You've taken a second sip, so it's obviously not.
Yeah, it's not off-putting that it's so hot that it burns you. Now, and this is the thing about beer making, and not even with jalapenos, with other stuff as well. I think there's a way to artfully craft things where you take different flavors and meld them together and create something good. And then you can create shitty beers and you're just like, throw a bucket of jalapenos in there, right? That's not the latter. This is actually pretty solid. I do think you pick up the IPA presence. To me, what are you thinking? I'm thinking it's more of a tropical, kind of like a hazy taste as opposed to maybe like a pioneer taste.
Yeah, I think it's a good IPA base, a good IPA body. Like,
yeah,
definitely not a smack you in the mouth, hop forward mess.
No,
it's a good.
I will say this though, I am a fan. I generally prefer the pioneer. I'm not an IPA dude, but I prefer the pioneer ones to the tropical fruit ones usually. This, I think you pick up them tropical fruit notes. Then you get the roasted kind of toasty jalapeno thing on there as well. And it works. I think it does work. I'm shocked that I'm saying this because, again, I think the date on this is, what does it say? February the 1st.
Yes.
And John gave me this a while back, and I drank all the other beers in probably, 3 or 4 days. I downed them because I love Masthead, but this one had me a little bit shook. It had me worried, and I'm glad I tried it, but I'm glad I got to share it with you. Because, again, is it something I would drink a lot of? Probably not, just because I'm averse to spicier things, but this is a good beer, for sure.
And as far as jalapeno goes, it's more of on the green pepper side of the spectrum than the 5,000 Scoville side of the pepper.
Well, the other thing I like too is you do pick up the IPA base kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not just here's a pepper beer, but we've thrown IPA or blonde ale or whatever on there just to say it's there. I think you do pick up those distinct flavors. So you pick up the nice tropical notes, you pick up that hoppiness, but you do pick up the nice light spiciness as well. And when you drink it, doesn't burn your throat out, which a lot of these tend to do. I think this is a really well-made beer. So for me at least, big thumbs up for the Jalapeno IPA. Big surprise.
So you gave it a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're going to finish that glass?
Yeah, I will. And look, I will tell you this. I can give a beer a thumbs up that I'm not going to drink 20 of because it's made the way it's supposed to be. It's good and it is what it is, right? I mean, I've had beers that I don't necessarily like, but I know they're well-made beers and they're good, right? And, you know, would I drink another one? Yeah, I would. I would drink another one. Now, again, I'm not going to go buy a 12 or this and down them all.
That's impressive considering what it is and your tolerance or lack thereof of spice.
But if
it's not a black pepper
someone
beer.
offered me another, that's my only spice. But you know, I dig it. So you know, big thumbs up.
I would also give it a big thumbs up. I think it's a good beer. I've actually had it before and would purchase it again.
Yeah, he regularly buys spicy beers because he knows I hate them generally. So the fact that I can tolerate this, so the fact that I can tolerate this. Listen, I still got that Natterday in the fridge there. It's from 2019 at this point. It's aged 3 years.
That's got to be a gift for somebody special.
Oh, yes. Someone special, for sure. Can't beat my 6-year-old Indian beer.
Along with the hand grenade and the Kings Island beer.
Ooh. I'm bringing those. If I go down to Georgia for this event, I'm going to bring those with me. Anyway, Jalapeno IPA, Masthead Brewing. Big shout out to John. Thanks for the hookup, my friend. Really appreciate this. Good beer. And you know what else I like? This is something I would never have bought. So I appreciate you giving me something to challenge myself and go out of my comfort zone to try something a little different. And that's what WTF Wednesdays are about. Trying shit you normally wouldn't. You know what I mean? And this is it. So if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Do you like jalapeno beers? Do you have a favorite one? Have you tried this one? This one's not bad, man. If you can find this here in Ohio, give it a shot. Hey, till next time. Cheers.